technology is turning foes into friends.
Abu Dhabi is a modern jewel in the Middle East and capital of the United Arab Emirates. Located on the Persian Gulf, you might think it has plenty of water, but there's a problem.
I'm not talking just about the ocean that you see outside. I'm talking about the groundwater. It's all very, very salty and undrinkable.
Last year, the UAE became the first Arab state in more than 25 years to make peace with Israel when it signed on to the Abraham Accords. That opened the door for Watergen.
The second I heard and saw that the Abraham Accords were signed, I dropped everything I was dealing with and went directly to the UAE in order to strengthen the accords.
Dr. Michael Mirilashvili is owner and president of Watergen, which makes water out of air. Now that technology is helping make friends out of former enemies.
We started here almost 6 months ago, and today our machines installed all over Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, is very, very similar to Israel because it's a relatively young country that is located in the middle of the desert.
Now, Watergen and the Emirati company Al Dakhra Group have signed a landmark agreement for a water research program.
We opened a Water Research Institute in the UAE, which is a sub-institute from Tel Aviv University in Israel, named after my father, Moshe Mirilashvili. It helps us at Watergen to produce a formula for the best premium water in the world, which will be the tastiest, the cleanest, and the healthiest in the world.
Ben Gurion University of the Negev is also involved. President Daniel Chamovich says the goal is to combine research on water and agriculture.
What we're doing with Watergen is bringing these two institutes together such that with water purified through Watergen from the air can then be used to funnel into agricultural systems to provide horticulture in desert urban settings.
Another major announcement came with laying the cornerstone for a Watergen production facility in the UAE. It will provide products for the UAE, other Gulf states, and Africa. While 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, only half of 1% is fresh water. More than 2 billion people don't have access to safe drinking water. That's where Watergen comes in.
My main goal is that every person in the world could afford to use our machines and have the best drinking water.
Watergen co-CEO Michael Rootman explains how Watergen works.
For the last 100 years, people were using a very, very simple mechanism called the heat exchanger in order to cool air. When the air is reaching the dew point temperature, the humidity is separated and you get water.
Company scientists work to reinvent the heat exchanger.
Now, with this revolutionary patented new heat exchanger, we can extract up to 5 times more water per 1 kilowatt of energy than any other technology on the market.
Their biggest machines make some 1,300 to nearly 1,600 gallons a day.
The whole idea is to place as many small machines or medium machines all around the place and to create the water when you consume it.
They have a small Genie machine for the home and even machines for cars to provide running water while you drive. Already in more than 80 countries, Watergen has also placed machines in the Gaza Strip, powered by solar panels. Ambassador Eitan Naeh, head of mission in Abu Dhabi, tells CBN News what makes this partnership so strategically important.
What we see around Watergen is that it defies the reason why the United Arab Emirates wanted to have such relationships in the first place with Israel, which is about what we can give each other, technology and scale up.
Naeh adds why that combination leads to a strong synergy.
It's really a symbol of our relationship. We create water from the air. We create relationships. We create contacts. We create business and trade out of animosity or indifference before. Friends out of enemies. So this is what we're heading for, hopefully.
Mirilashvili says a key part of the decision is that the UAE didn't choose Watergen just because it's Israeli.
They tested a lot of companies and compared, and they realized that we had an edge over everyone else. They told us no one can even compete with you.
He says that's led to a stronger partnership with very good people.
When one has good and serious intentions, the Almighty always lends his help.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News.